What does having a shame-based personality have to do with being a sex addict? Well, if there is one commonality among sex addicts, it's this. At some point in their childhood, they received and continue to believe the message that they are bad, defective, and incapable of ever being normal or acceptable. They live in a continuous state of shame and self-judgment, based not simply on the evidence of their sins, but on an inner certainty that they are hopeless victims of powerful dark forces for which they have no defense. Phrases such as, "I have no right to feel this way," or "I should," or "I ought," that dominate a person's language often indicate the presence of a shame-based personality. Christian psychologist John Smeltzer describes such a person this way. They are people pleasers who idealize intimacy, relationships, and friendships and make them more than they really are. They only know how to have relationship if they can earn those relationships, if they can earn that person's response back. However, they end up getting attention from others in response to their actions rather than love. Yet they constantly work for this attention, often becoming loners who try to outperform everyone else in order to prove their worth. When people try to genuinely love them, they are unable to accept it, believing that they haven't earned it and that therefore it is not possible or real. Inside, they are saying to themselves, if they really knew me, they wouldn't love me. Or if they do know me and love me anyway, they're making a big mistake. A continual application of God's love is what heals this kind of person. At first, they recoil in disbelief. They experience anguish. Remember, their identities are immersed in self-loathing and have been for most of their lives. But finally, there comes the dawning of a new image of themselves put there by God directly or through you. Healing occurs when you tell a sex addict that you love them in spite of their sin. When they hear God telling them that He loves them in the midst of worship and prayer. When they repeatedly meditate on the scriptures that speak of their worth and value in God's eyes. When someone teaches them how to resist lying thoughts and replace them with the truth found in God's Word. When someone encourages them and models the making of right choices in the face of temptation and discouragement. When a shame-based person finally becomes willing to be as a child before God in humble surrender, dependence, faith, and affection, in that place they find healing.